Hello, dear viewers. Once again, good morning. Today, my lecture is on the basic terminologies related to the pharmacology. So, in this lecture, we will discuss about the dose, posology, dosage form, therapeutic index, addiction, habituation, and many more. So let's talk about, so today our topic is dose. What is dose? So in pharmacology, dose can be defined as a quantity of a medicines or drug taken or recommended to be taken at a particular time. Let's suppose we can say that cephalosporin, this is available at the dose of 100 milligram or 250 milligram BD or TDS. So it means that this is any prescribed quantity of medicines that can be recommended by the medical practitioners, by registered medical practitioners, and that should be taken at a particular time. A dose refers to a specified amount of medication taken at one time, so this is called dose. By contrast, the dosage is the prescribed administration of a specific or particular amount, number and frequency of doses over a specified period of time. Let's suppose if the drug is said to be administered, and the drug is available in different dosage forms. It may be in the form of tablet, capsule, lotion, cream, ointments, and different doses. They depend upon the mean conditions. That whatever, let's suppose if the drug is exist in tablet form, so we can say this is a solid unit dosage form. It is present in liquid form, then you can say this is a liquid dosage form, or biphasic liquid dosage form. Okay, another thing is that is therapeutic index. So therapeutic index can be defined as it is the measures of the danger of poisonings in the higher it is safer of the drug is. Therapeutic window, and in other words, it can be it shows the relationship between toxic dose or dose of therapeutic response. For example, aspirin 3.5 and digoxin is 2. So therapeutic index, it shows the ratio between toxic dose and dose of therapeutic response. Now let's see here. This therapeutic index, which can be mathematically represented by TI. So therapeutic index is the ratio between TD50, toxic dose, and that is divided by the effective dose, which is 50. Okay, let's see here. Okay, the ratio of the dose producing a specified toxic effect in 50% of the test population, TD50, to the dose producing a specified desired effect in 50% of the test population, ED50. And therapeutic index, so this point is clear that it is the ratio between the toxic dose and effective dose. Let's suppose if a drug which is available at the dose of 10 milligram and they drug, the 10 milligram drug, let's suppose you are going to exceed the concentration of that drugs, so then that drug become toxic and it will definitely produce a series of cascade reactions. So greater will be the therapeutic window or therapeutic index, so more will be mean that the safety profile, the drug will be more and more safe. Now let's suppose if a drug its dose is if there is a drug which is available in two doses, that is 5 milligram and 10 milligram, and that 5 milligram drug, so if let's suppose if the drug which is present and you can say 5 milligram, so it means that it has a high therapeutic index. While if the drug that is present in 10 milligram, so definitely if the concentration of the drug that is increasing from its therapeutic range, so definitely it will cause a different type of reaction, adverse drug reactions, which is always occurred due to overdosing. As I have mentioned, that greater will be the therapeutic index of the drug, so more and more the drug will be safe. While if the therapeutic index of the drug is less, or if the therapeutic index of the drug is going to decrease, so then we can say that the drug is not safe. So inshallah then I will explain in detail about the now let's come toward another term, that is bioavailability. So bioavailability means that the drug is reached to the blood circulation and it is therefore available for all the tissues. For examples, you can say aspirin 600 milligram. So it means that in how much quantity and how much amount this drug is available in your blood circulation. Let's suppose if you have, for example, 600 milligram. As we know that aspirin is available in 600 milligram, and we can say that the bioavailability of this aspirin is 50%. It means that 50%, 50 milligram, or you can say 300 milligram drug that is available in your bloodstream, and they directly depend upon the absorption of the drug. So greater will be the absorption of the drug, so greater will be the bioavailability. So let's suppose if you have 100 milligram drug, and that 100 milligram, and we can say that the bioavailability of that drug is 70%. So it means that 70% of the drug, so that is absorbed in your portals, in your general, in your blood circulations, while 30 milligram drugs, so that has been excreted from your body. So on the basis of that, on the basis of absorption, so we can directly calculate the bioavailability of that drug. This is very easy to understand, so you can find out for any drug. The second one is tolerance. In simple words, tolerance can be defined as a decreasing response to a repetitive drug doses. Sometimes we are using different type of medications or a single drugs periodically or repeatedly. So when you are using different type of medications or a single drug repeatedly, so a time will come that that drug will reduce decreasing its response. So a decreasing response to that repetitive drug doses, that it will produce tolerance. Let's see here. These are some basic concepts of pharmacology. Pharmacokinetics, so it can be represented by PK. So pharmacokinetic means it is about how the body deal with the drug, or what the body does with the drugs. The second one is pharmacodynamic. So in pharmacokinetics, so we will discuss about the absorption of drugs, metabolisms, biotransformations and elimination of drugs. So that is called MET. Metabolisms, absorption, distributions, or biotransformations and eliminations. The second one is pharmacodynamics. So pharmacodynamics is the actually it is the effect of the drug on the body, that what the drug does with the body. So pharmacodynamics include the mechanism of action or mode of action, that how the drug can reach to its target site in order to show the therapeutic effect. while in pharmacodynamic we are also studying about the clinical indication of the drug, its dose, and dosage forms. What are the side effects and adverse effects of the drugs? So they are directly, you can say, come under the category of pharmacodynamic. Okay, so the third one is pharmacotherapeutics. So in simple words, pharmacotherapeutics, so this is also the branch of pharmacy in which we study about the clinical usage of the drug, that how the different type of drugs, so they are used. Another one is pharmacognosy. So pharmacognosy, this is also Greek word pharmakons. Pharmacognosy is the study of natural plants and animal drug sources. Let's see here, these are the branches of pharmacology. So the first one is pharmacognosy, in which we study about the different type of medicinal plants, natural plants and animals and drug sources from which these drugs have been extracted. As you know that in pharmacokinetics, so we are studying about the movement throughout the body, as we have already discussed, and pharmacodynamic, so you will have to check the different effect of the drugs. Pharmacotherapeutics, so that is you can say that we are using certain type of the use of the drugs for different purposes. Toxicology, so this is another branch of pharmacology, in which we study about the unwanted, unpredictables, and undesirable effects of the drugs, for example side effects and adverse effects. Now let's see here, this is the science of pharmacology, and science of pharmacology, so you can see here, this is pharmacokinetic, pharmacodynamic, and this is pharmacotherapeutics, and this is toxicology, and look at here pharmacognosy. So this is hierarchical system. Okay, now come toward the names of the drugs. In simple words, names of the drug, that is also called nomenclatures, naming system to different drug. The first one is generic names. Generic name, this is given for a drug to being official name. This is the official name which can be given in a pharmacopoeia, which are the officially recommended book like United States Pharmacopoeia, London Pharmacopoeia, and many and more. The official name is the name which is which is listed in one in official publication. That is called official name, the name which is used throughout the world. Let's suppose you can't find out, for example, paracetamol. So paracetamol, this is available here in Pakistan by trade name Panadol, Calpol, etc. So there are some drugs. So this is the name which is used throughout the world. One is the chemical name. So what is chemical? Chemical name is the name by which the chemist knows it. Chemical name is the name by which the chemist knows it. Actually, it tells us about the actual chemical ingredient which are present in the drug. The trademark or brand name. The trademark or brand name, that is called a proprietary name, which is the name given by the drug manufacturers, mean the name which is given by the company manufacturers. For examples, hydrochlorothiazides, this is diuretics, and this is anti-hypertensive drugs. This is in the treatment of hypertension. This is the official name, you can say, the name which is used throughout the world. That is called hydrochlorothiazides, which is official names. And the second one is Azitrex. So Azitrex is the brand names, market name. Let's suppose you can say Protopex. So Protopex is the brand name, and Pantoprazole, this is the official name which is used throughout the world. Okay, let's see here, which I have already highlighted the trade name, the generic name, and the chemical name. So let's see here, this is Valium, Valium 3, Valium 5, 10. So they are available in different doses. So trade name is Valium diazepam. Diazepam is the generic name, while the chemical name of diazepam is 7-chloro-1,3-dihydro-1-methyl pyophenyl 2H1,4-benzodiazepine 2,1. This is the chemical name. The trade name is Temirol. So Temirols, this is the trade name which is given by the manufacturers or company, and its generic name is Mifredins, and its chemical name is ethyl 1-methyl-4-vinyls sonipecotate hydrochlorides. Another one is Ecotrins. So Ecotrine, this is recipe. Ecotrine is the trade name, and generic name is aspirin, while the chemical name is acetyl salicylic acid. Okay, now let's come toward the sources of drugs, from where these drugs have been extracted. So what are the different type of sources from which these drugs are extracted? So the first one is plants. For examples, I will give you a special example, that is such as Digitalis and vincristines. You know that Digitalis lanata, this is the name of medicinal plant, from which digoxin, getoxin, digitoxin, and different type of drugs they are extracted. And as we know that digoxin, this is the drug of choice. This is the drug which is used in the treatment of congestive heart failures. Let's see here, vincristine. So all these drugs, they are extracted from plants, Digitalis lanata, perfura, and many and more medicinal plants like Decus carota. The second one is human and animals. Now there are certain drugs which can be obtained from animal sources as well as humans, such as epinephrines, insulin, and adrenocorticotropic hormones. So let's see, I have already mentioned here, so you can see here on my screen. Okay, the third one is mineral source. Mineral sources, for example, you can extract, you can obtain drugs that is iron. So irons, it come under the category of minerals, iodine and zincs. The fourth one is synthetic and chemical substance. Synthetic and chemical substances, for example, that is sodium bicarbonate. So sodium bicarbonate, this is one of the chemical substance or synthetic source from which the different type of drugs, so they are excreted. So this was all about the basic terms and basic terminologies related to pharmacology. And inshallah, tomorrow we will talk about the different routes of drug administration, that's how the drug can be administered and different dosage form through different routes. Thank you so much for watching my lecture. So if you have any question regarding my lecture, you can contact